Good morning. Good morning. It is another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yesterday I got my dates mixed up, but I got all caught up. Welcome to the Mike Prince Show. I am your host, Dr. Mike Prince. We come to you daily, Monday through Friday, right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. It is June the 8th on Thursday. I got it right today. Man, is there a lot brewing on the table. As you may be aware, this is a variety talk show. We talk about everything from A to Z, but we do talk a lot about sports. And speaking of sports, the NBA Finals, the Cleveland Cavaliers fall short again to the Golden State Warriors, 118 to 113. Golden State with a 3-love advantage.
Wait a moment.
Mr. James Comey will be hitting the stands today. And it's so much to do, so much there, so much to talk about. Bob Stoops says enough is enough. Exit stage left. He's out the door. New man at the post at Oklahoma University. Prairie View track team 4x100-meter relays come up short, but do finish big. We'll talk a little bit about that. And a whole lot more. College baseball Sweet 16 version has been set up, and it's all a matter about getting it done. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? I hope that all is well as we try to keep you up to speed on everything that is going on throughout the land of the living here from our bird's eye view at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Once again, you can join us by going to the website at obnradio.com. You can also go to KTORradio.com. And if you happen to be on the go, you can check us out right now by simply dialing your phone, 605-477-5066. Everybody's talking about apps this, apps this. Well, that is our app. How simple is that? You dial 605-477-5066. Lock it in on your phone. You can go to the website, obnradio.com, pull out the page and get the logo. That's what I'm trying to say. Get the logo and go ahead and save everything you got to save and lock us in and dial in each and every day. We got so much in store for you. We talked about at the top of the hour how Stoops is all but gone at Oklahoma. We'll break that down in more detail, but we want to take us a break, and we'll come back, and we'll get right into this morning's edition of the Mike Prince Show, live at the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Coach at the Alabama State University. I'm calling to inform you that volleyball kickoff date for all SWAC teams are August 25th. We also will have our first SWAC roundup that will be hosted by Texas Southern University in Houston, Texas on September 22nd through the 24th. Then it will be followed up with the second roundup of the SWAC in Montgomery, Alabama on October 20th through the 22nd on the campus of Alabama State University. Looking forward to seeing you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
The Open Mic Broadcast Network is a community-based radio station that was established in 2002. We have been dedicated to local, regional, and community programming with coverage for high school, collegiate sports, ministries, and information. Our goal is to provide quality, productive, and positive programming that reflects the community that we serve. Visit our website, KTORradio.com, and obnradio.com.
How you doing? It's the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. I want to let you know about the latest and the greatest going on at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We now have a 24-hour, 7 days a week, 365 days a year message line. You simply dial 713-570-6736. Share your information, comments, tidbits, whatever it is going to help enhance our coverage through our local and regional high school and collegiate coverage. Once again, that number is 713-570-6736. And welcome back to the Mike Prince Show. I am your host, Dr. Mike Prince. Remember to follow us on Twitter at Radio Guy. That's Twitter at Radio Guy. We're also on Instagram at OBN Radio. We'll get right into today's show. The NBA Finals is almost over, and thank goodness. As you follow me here, you know I'm not that big of a fan. I just think it's crummy, watered down sport today, but that's just one man's opinion. But speaking of legends and how things are viewed from different eyes, the doctor himself, Julius Erving, says that he believes that his Sixers would have had no problem taking care of the Golden State Warriors. Julius Erving said a 1983 version of the Philadelphia 76ers would have had no problem. Not taking anything away from Golden State. He says by far Golden State is a very talented team, taking care of business, doing what needs to be done. But he said there's no way that Moses Malone and Bobby Jones and himself could not have handled the guys from the West Coast. That would be very interesting to see as the great one himself, Julius Erving. I remember when Julius Erving played in the ABA. Some of you guys might not even be old enough to remember the ABA. And at the time, as a little young lad, the St. Louis Spirits had a basketball team, and we used to go and watch Julius Erving play then with the New Jersey Nets. New Jersey Nets end up merging to the NBA, but by that time they were an ABA featured team, and it was a wonder to watch the doctor do his thing. He could glide. Before Jordan was gliding, Julius Erving was doing his thing. And if the doctor says, he's not taking anything away from the Golden State Warriors and what they're doing and how they're doing. They're just destroying teams. And he said, but he thinks they could have handled. Magic Johnson even said the old Lakers could have handled the Golden State Warriors. One thing about it, we would never know unless you get one of those video games where you could go back and compare teams and play them. Sometimes they have where you can go get the historic teams and play against the current teams and see how they would fare out. But the Golden State Warriors are truly on cruise control right now, knocking things right out the box. And speaking of getting knocked right out the box, not necessarily he was knocked right out the box, Bob Stoops has said, I'm out of here. He has abruptly, and I use that term very discreetly, he just exit stage left, apparently with no warning that he was done. Stoops is going to leave Lincoln Riley in charge to take over as the head coach for the Sooners. And it was an absolutely stunning move that after 18 seasons, Stoops said, I'm out of here. I'm done. You guys can have it. Now, he's only 56 years old, and you got to wonder what exactly is going on. Is there a health issue he didn't want to disclose, or is it something that he's bumping heads? None to say. He has done 194 wins compared to 48 losses overall. He got the championship in 2000. He came to Oklahoma in 1999, and he's got the program to 7 top 5 finishes. He's won the Big 12 Conference Coach of the Year. He's won that award 6 times. Go imagine that. Now, Lincoln Riley is going to be the youngest head coach in Power 5 football. And Riley is only 33 years old, but they feel like he can take it. The old saying, you don't know if a mule can pull until you hook him up. But even though he's only 33 years old, 14 years ago, Riley was part of Mike Leach's staff at Texas Tech as a grad assistant coach. He spent 7 seasons with that program, and then he moved to East Carolina, where he served as offensive coordinator and the quarterback's coach. And so he had a successful 5-year run there with the Pirates, and then it took him to Oklahoma, where he was, until yesterday, the offensive coordinator. And after 2 seasons, he will now be in charge of the Sooners. Go figure that one out. It is always something going on, just like there's always something going on here throughout the Open Mic Broadcast Network and Waller County. We're going to take us a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about what some are calling the Super Bowl of news. We'll explain that when we return.
Hello, the following are a few Waller ISD news and announcements. Congratulations to the Waller High School Class of 2017 graduates. We are very proud of them and would like to wish them the best as they pursue their future endeavors. The Waller ISD Summer School program will begin June 5th and will be held at IT Holloman Elementary School and Waller High School. Waller ISD is also offering their summer food program, ensuring kids eat healthy while school is out. Any child under age 18 may come and eat Monday through Thursday, June 5th through June 29th at IT Holloman Elementary School and Waller High School. Breakfast will be served from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m., and lunch will be served from 11:30 a.m. until 1 p.m. No registration is necessary. Waller ISD will hold a district site-based decision committee meeting on Wednesday, June 7th in the Waller ISD Administration Building boardroom. All meetings are open to the public. Parents and community members are encouraged to attend. We wish everyone a safe and happy summer. Make sure to save the date for the Community Pep Rally, August 24th. School announcements will resume in August for the beginning of school. For more Waller ISD news and announcements, please visit the Waller ISD website at www.wallerisd.net. Thank you, and we hope you have a wonderful week.
And welcome back to the Mike Prince Show. I am your host, Dr. Mike Prince. Remember that you can follow us each and every day on Twitter at Radio Guy. We're on Instagram at OBN Radio. And, of course, you can go to the websites, obnradio.com, KTOR radio.com, and you can listen to 24-hour-a-day programming simply dialing it through your phone, 605-477-5066. As you heard me mention at the top of the program, this is a variety talk show, even though we do cover a lot of sports and we'll continue to cover a lot of sports. But I would be remiss if I did not bring up that today is an important day in the world of politics, as you may know it. Now, I've been taught that regardless of your level, everyone is involved in politics. Some are deep into politics, or some are very much scaling the surface, if you will. But either way, you are involved with politics. And with that being said, today, Mr. James Comey will be taking the stand to be answering a whole lot of who's in and who's out, what was covered, what was not covered, and somehow they will get a chance to try to get to the bottom of everything that is going on. He's on record, has a 7-page report, over 3,100 words in this report. And depending on which news you watch, whether it's CNN, MSNBC, or Fox, everyone is taking a different spin, a different angle on what it is and what it's not, what's the focus, what's not the focus. And it is amazing to me how people have a tendency to hone in on what they feel is important, ignore what others feel are important. And the bottom line is, as a country, we need to find a way to figure this thing out. Now, there's been a play on words on feeling uncomfortable versus criminal. You have some analysts that are saying just because you're feeling uncomfortable doesn't necessarily mean that it was criminal. Just because you're asking for loyalty, I need to ask everybody for loyalty if we want to be working and getting things together. Loyalty is expected from both ends of the spectrum. That's what the play on words are. But the bottom line is this. Somebody somewhere is going to have to come clean. And as an informed and educated voter, citizen, I can't help but lean on the scriptures. 2 Timothy 2:15, study to show thyself approved, and you must rightly divide the truth. So I would recommend, don't just focus on one aspect of the coverage of news, whether it's CNN, MSNBC, Fox, whoever you follow. You need to dissect and look beyond what is being told to you and start trying to figure some of this stuff out for yourself. I've said enough. We're going to get right back and cover this College World Series. And plus, we got Prairie View's track to tell you about coming down the road. We're going to take another quick break and be right back with more of the Mike Prince Show right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Run and tell somebody that Mike Prince is on air. We'll be right back.
Yes, this is Willie Simmons, and I'm calling in to remind everyone that the Prairie View A&M University football team will be hosting 3 prospect camps beginning this Monday, June the 5th. Those dates will be June the 5th, Tuesday, June the 6th, and then the following Tuesday, June the 13th. On our beautiful campus, you can go to abcsportscamp.com. Again, that's abcsportscamp.com to register for those, or you can just show up and be a walk-in and pay as you show up. The cost is $40. It's a one-day camp. Registration will begin, I think, at 8 a.m. for the Monday camp, and then 9 a.m. for the Tuesday camp. Again, Prairie View A&M University football looking forward to hosting 3 prospect camps for all high school student athletes grades 9 through 12. Again, grades 9 through 12 and any junior college prospect on Prairie View A&M's campus. Thank you.
And welcome back to the Mike Prince Show. I'm your host, Dr. Mike Prince. We are rolling right along. The news is always going, always around the clock, and as you know, anyone that keeps up with me know that I am a baseball guy true and through, and the College World Series is down to 16 in the Super Regionals, and the matchups are set up as the first round of the College World Series has drawn to close with 16 teams, and there will be 8 3-game series, and they'll begin on tomorrow, Friday. The biggest upset of them all, Chapel Hill Regional, where the number 2 North Carolina Tar Heels, they were knocked out by Davison, who was the number 4 seed, so they earned a trip to this Super 16. They're the bottom-ranked team, and they will be there to take on in the Super Regionals of the Sweet 16. So the battles will be as such. Oregon State will go against Vanderbilt, and then that is going to be another matchup with some are saying it's going to be the one to watch, where the number 1 ranked Oregon State will be taking on these guys that are from Vanderbilt, the Ivy League of the Southeast Conference, commonly known as SEC, and they'll be ready to knock some things out. Then you have the other matchups that would be considered to be the premier of the 16 Super Regional Baseball Contest. Long Beach will take on Cal State Fullerton. And you have the Cal State Fullerton and the Long Beach team, and Long Beach knocked off Texas, and that was a very heated battle and a good battle. So we'll see how everything will take care of business on that end. So with all that being said, we'll try to give you the rest of these matchups that will be coming up. Florida State will be taking on a surprising to some Southland Conference opponent, Sam Houston State. And then you have Florida State, who edged out Miami, who had a 44-year consecutive win streak, to go to the Sweet or the 64 NCAA baseball tournament, but they are out on the outside looking in this year. And Sam Houston knocked off Texas Tech, I should say, and took care of business on that. Then you have LSU taking on Mississippi State. LSU knocked off Texas Southern. We heard from Coach Mike Robinson. We'll try to catch up with him on a follow-up to see how things are going on in the land of Tiger Country. So LSU and Mississippi State will get ready to take care of some business. And then Texas A&M taking on the Davids in Davidson. If you catch that, the Davids and Goliath, they'll see if they can catch lightning in a bottle as they take on the Texas A&M Aggies. These are Super Regional 16, Sweet 16 of baseball. So it is all set. Tables are set. Teams are ready to go. And then we can't forget Louisville and Kentucky. That is always going to be a good battle. Number 7, Louisville in the nation, taking on Kentucky. And that is going to close out this Super 16. And I forgot that Texas Christian University, TCU, and Missouri State Bears, my daughter's alma mater, Missouri State Bears, they'll be taking on Missouri State. Plays in a unique place in Springfield, Missouri. They share the facilities with the AA club of the St. Louis Cardinals, who happen to be horrid right about now, but that is a whole nother conversation. I digress. So they will get ready to go. And then finally, Florida and Wake Forest to take on and round out your Sweet 16 of the baseball adventure. So it is a lot going on, a lot to be desired. And with that, speaking of being desired, we're going to take us another break. And when we come back, we'll talk about Prairie View A&M University and their quest, if you will, of greatness in Eugene, Oregon. We'll explain all that when we return. We'll take a quick 30-second break, and we'll be right back with more of the Mike Prince Show.
Hey, everyone, this is Raven Justice. I just want to invite you out to our basketball camp at Prairie View A&M. We've got an individual camp, which is on June 12th through the 15th. The time is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and we'll have ages 8 to 18, and that cost is only $185 for that individual attention. And then we've got our elite camp for a little bit more advanced and serious athletes, which is on June 17th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., ages 14 to 18. It's only $75. So come on out. We'd love to see you at Prairie View and have you on the hill.
And welcome back. At basketball camp, as you heard, will be on the campus of Prairie View A&M University. Coach Raven Justice and crew going into their second year of operation. They'll see if they can get the kiddos together and get them acclimated to the things going on the hill at Prairie View A&M University. And speaking of on the hill, men's 4x100 relays earned second team All-American honors at the NCAA championships in Eugene, Oregon. Now, the Panthers were not able to finish good enough for continuation toward the championship, but they did have their best performance in their school year, but it just wasn't good enough in this competition. Senior Keon Campbell, in his final race of the 4x100 meter relays, teammates Samuel Omori, William Polly, and then Carl Jordan concluded their seasons as All-Americans in a very exciting competition on their season finale race at the NCAA Outdoor Track and Field Championships. This happened on yesterday at Hayward Field in Eugene, Oregon. And quote from Coach Christopher Clay said, Keon had an amazing season as the Panthers, just falling short, had a great run, but their season has come to an end. The Panthers finishing ahead of some pretty respectable divisions and schools, I should say. They finished in the second best mark of the season, as we made mention of, with a 39.49 second run on the most competitive stage that you can be on, and you got to tip your hat to them. So they finished fifth as a team, but listen to some of the teams that they first fell behind, then we'll tell you who they fell ahead of. University of Houston, LSU, USC, and Penn State. These are the teams that they finished behind. Here are the teams that they finished ahead of: TCU, Tennessee, Mississippi State, Baylor, Air Force, UCLA, Georgia, Alabama State. You got to be proud, if you're PV Nation, on how these young men have finished up. But it is not quite over with yet, because later today, Ms. Bianca Bookman will be running her 400-meter hurdles, as she will try to continue on to the championship round on Friday and Saturday. And that will actually start at 8:30 Central Standard Time this evening. And you can actually listen live or get live stats at pvpanthers.com, or you can simply go and watch on ESPN3 as Miss Bookman will try to keep hope alive on her quest for excellence in this year. And when you look at what these guys are doing and how they're getting it done, you can't help but tip your hat to them. And that's one thing I've always said. There are some difference makers as HBCUs that can be handled on another playing field. It's not going to likely happen in football. It's just the numbers just don't add up. Even though you're in that realm, it's stacked against you to reach championship status. You can create some havoc in basketball, but where you can create the most damage would be in the following sports: baseball, softball, track and field, golf, bowling. These are areas that you can get in there and truly, truly make some things happen. Some schools, you've heard me talk about it. I won't get deep into detail on it. Some, I feel, should focus on being a basketball school. Just because you have football offered doesn't mean that football is your forte. I know how to paint, but it doesn't make me a painter. I'm just saying. I could do and change the oil on my vehicle, but why should I change the oil on my vehicle when that's not what I do? So, understand your strengths, fall and get better and maximize that and do what needs to be done. But congratulations again to the Prairie View A&M University track and field program, head coach by Brother Chris Clay and Miss Angela Williams. Angela Williams, I understand, could not make this trip. She had some surgery. I won't go into detail, but they advised her not to get on the plane for potential clotting or anything of that nature. So we're going to wish her a very speedy recovery, and we want to wish you all a speedy recovery. I am just about out of time. As always, time truly flies when you're having fun. Just want to remind you guys that you can follow me on Twitter at Radio Guy. You can follow me on Instagram at OBN Radio. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. And when all else fails, don't forget to lock us in where you can listen to 24-hour programming at 605-477-5066. You hear the music in the background. I got to get out of here. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.